Hello, everyone. You there? What you doing? I think my daughter's having problems at the moment. Hello? She's on there. I don't think so. Well, my daughter will be on here. She's just having a problem. What's everybody up to? What up? What up? Chucky balls. How's everybody this morning? Well, afternoon. Hello, Chris. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah, so my nose is getting better, guys. You'll be all right, Chris. Just take it day by day. So, what's everybody's plan for the weekend? Ah, there she is. Angel. Okay. That's cool, Chris.
Oh no, I'm on here.
No.
Never mind. I just not seen it.
Duh.
Before it wasn't on there.
I don't know what's going on at that time, but you're on there now. I can hear you. I can
Yeah,
see you.
it said I was backstage. Don't seem like it's very warm today.
Angel, do you have any paranormal spirits?
Uh, well, you talking about me hearing stuff down here?
Yeah, you can talk about that if you want.
Uh, well, here lately I haven't been hearing nothing.
But what
Surprisingly.
have you heard?
Um, last time I heard anything was when you was here. and we heard like a loud bang in the laundry room on the either the washer or the dryer, and we heard a real loud noise, and I thought it was upstairs, but it wasn't. It was down in the basement in the laundry part, and then that's when you said you started seeing stuff like
Yes,
shadows and
I saw something right there on the stairway there by the wash and dryer area, and it was a figure, but it wasn't a black shadow. It was like a see-through figure, and then something was crawling on the floor towards me. I'm not
is
sure what it was, but yeah, my daughter's staying at, her house is haunted, especially in the basement.
it seems like mostly the basement that's more haunted than the upstairs is.
Right. I mean, we literally was like, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we literally was laying, just sitting there, and all of a sudden we heard a bang, like somebody hit the washer and dryer real loud.
And I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't know what that was. I thought it was upstairs at first. I'm like, no, that's too loud for that kind of noise.
Oh no, that wasn't upstairs. That was in the washer and dryer area.
Hey,
Hello, unexplained.
hmm, that was
But
loud.
yeah, what my daughter's saying, and it's really haunted. Not upstairs, but downstairs is.
Just the basement part of the room is where it's haunted at mostly.
See, when I go over there and I stay with my daughter and I go in the basement, I can literally legit feel the energy down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can feel it too, but like here recently, I haven't been hearing
No.
anything.
I don't know if it only happens when I'm there. I'm
It
not
seems
sure.
well, it seems like it only happens when you're here. That's what it seems like. But when you're not here, I don't hear nothing. I don't even really get a vibe. And then when you come here, that's when I start to like, well, yeah. I'm sorry. I started hearing stuff. I'm like, well, that's not normal.
I mean, it's almost that's what it almost sounds like,
Seems like it likes you more because you're paranormal.
right? Well, I haven't made paranormal videos in a while, but I'm working on it.
Well, maybe the reason why it don't bother me that much because it knows that I'm not. It knows I'm not weak anymore. I'm not really weak. You're not weak either,
Well,
but
if
like it knows that you get scared. I get scared too every
Well, I
once
mean,
in a
I'm
while.
not scared, but when it comes to something that you're not expecting,
Right? Yeah.
like it does scare you a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Really does.
I mean, we were just sitting there, just laying there, and boom! Like, what the crap was that? That was loud.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like the spirit was mad and just and hit the roof of the dryer so loud that you could. I thought it was upstairs at first, but then it wasn't upstairs.
Yeah, I thought it was upstairs too. I'm like, something ain't right.
It's like everywhere I go, something is always happening.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, to be honest with you, when I was at Ladies Jack's house for them 7 months, her house was haunted too, guys. Let me tell you. Um, I actually caught a woman figure in her hallway, and it looked like it was 1800, and it looked like it was maybe like a street sign or something there, and I literally caught that out of the blue.
Yeah, I seen that.
And um, I actually was out on the porch one night over at Lady Jack's, and I literally saw a man that was wearing a black hat, but I heard a growl too.
Mm-mm.
Her house is haunted too, I promise you that, because I've caught more than one picture. But the lady that was in the hallway, I haven't caught her after that. So that was only a one-time thing there. But all I know is, it seems like no matter where I go, something always happens.
Yeah, when you're here, if something's like being hit on, or we hear noises when you're here. But like when you're not here, I don't hear that stuff. I barely even hear it.
The Lady Jack house is absolutely, positively, 100% haunted for sure.
I know it is because when I was on the phone with you half the time when you was over there, I was hearing the stuff too. Like what is that noise?
I mean, not only I heard voices. When I was sleeping in my room one time, I was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I heard voices. I don't know if it was people in the hallway or what it was. All I know is I heard a voice, and then I seen a little figure, a little shadow figure, and I'm sure that was a kid. And I even caught the picture. I even took the picture up by the refrigerator, and I literally had a face. Like there was a face right there. I haven't done paranormal video guys in a while, but it's coming. You know what I mean? I apologize for that, but you know. Hey Tina, thanks for coming in, sweetheart. I know it's been a minute, but I see you real soon. I'm gonna be doing it again. So
There's a fake Tina going around.
yeah, I know. I know you're the real Tina because you're mod. I mod you.
Yeah.
So I know that's you. But like I have something else I can tell y'all, but some people's not gonna believe me, but I know it's true. Um, it was a long time ago when my daughter Angel was, up here with me right now. She was a little girl, not real little, but my daughter Sarah called me when I was out and said, "Mom, you need to come home. Something wrong with Angel." And she said, "Mom, I think Angel's possessed." So I came home right away, and I tell you what I saw was not even. It was unreal. My daughter's eyes were red as fire. Okay, and I grabbed a hold of her, and her voice wasn't her voice. Her voice was a man's voice, and he said, "She's mine." I said, "No, she's not yours. She's mine." And I swear this is the truth. Honest truth. I have no reason to lie. Um, but I held her so tight and told him to get out of my daughter. And about 3 minutes later, he disappeared. So I'm not sure who it was, but when my daughter was 9 months old, I heard her crying from upstairs, and I went upstairs. She said, pointing in the corner, and there was a woman in the corner, and I believe it was her Aunt Connie. Our family is pretty much, I don't know how you explain it. We pretty much can see spirits, you know what I mean? Well, at least me and my daughter Sarah can. My daughter Angel, I don't think she sees them, but I think she hears them.
I can see like black figures and I can see shadows. I
Oh,
can't
okay, so
see an
you can see
actual.
shadows.
Yeah, I just can't see like the real things that you and Sarah can see.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
But
You
you
can't
remember?
see you can't see how they look like me and you, but you can
Yes,
only see shadow figures.
yes.
Okay,
But you remember that
yeah.
one time though when we had that when we was in the basement and we had a curtain up right there by the stairway, and I told you. that I was actually seeing horns and I was seeing a tail.
Oh yeah.
You remember when I seen that? Now I
Hmm.
did see that. I know I wasn't making nothing up. That was an actual something evil. But ever since then, I ain't
So
seen nothing like that.
you haven't seen nothing since then?
Not like that. I haven't seen nothing. But I just be when I lay down. Well, actually, something did happen last night because I was laying in bed. No, not last night. A couple nights ago, I was down here laying in bed. I was sleeping, and I was sleeping. I was facing the wall, sleeping, and all of a sudden, I felt like somebody was tapping me on the shoulder, like behind me, tapping on my shoulder. And I happened to look
Right.
over. There was nobody there, and I happened to go back to sleep. And all of a sudden, I hear this noise, like I hear like a cracking noise, and I turn over, and this back room bedroom door was opening slowly by itself.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot to tell you about that. I just now remembered, but
Are you
it happened a
serious?
couple. Yeah, it happened a couple of nights ago. I was laying in bed and I was sleeping, and all of a sudden I felt like a one finger was tapping on the back of my shoulder, like kept tapping me, and I turned over. There was nobody there, and I turned back over and went to sleep, and all of a sudden I heard like a creaking noise, and I got up real fast, and I seen that the door was opening real slowly by itself.
What door?
The Wes's old bedroom, that back room.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. And I spoke up. I said, "You close that." I said, "You close that door right now." And it didn't listen. It continued to open the door.
You
It
oh
wanted
wow.
it wanted me to give it energy. That's energy. That's what it wanted me to do. But I didn't fight. I didn't like I basically ignored it and went back to sleep. Oh,
Unexplained to how
and
long
then
have
I
unexplained said how long have you been seeing things?
I've been ever since I was little. I could see spirit. I could see black figures and I could see shadows. I used to see like an actual like demon, but that was when I was younger though. I don't really see them now, but I could feel that they're when they're here, and I could see black shadows, and I could see all that. But
So I'm gonna let you know that some people don't believe in demons. Do you believe in demons?
well, yeah, because that night when I seen them horns and that tail, yeah, I do believe in demons. Remember
Well,
that time when I was younger, I think we was living on Whittier. Remember I told you I was upstairs in the bedroom sleeping, and I was sleeping a different way, and all of a sudden I started hearing growling in my ear, like real bad growling, and it was deep too. I happened to turn around, there's nobody there, so I went back to sleep, and then that's when the growling started to get louder, and then that's when I ran downstairs and I told mom that something was growling in my ear. I don't know what that was, but it was growling in my ear. I do believe in
hello,
that.
Rick. So some people, Angel, you know this well as I do. Some people out there doesn't like the word demon. Some people don't believe in demons. Okay, I respect that. I do. But in all honestly, on me, I am a 1,000% believer when it comes to evil. I know that there's those demons out there. Okay, I mean, if you believe in angels, you believe in spirits, then you should believe in demons. I'm not saying you have to, but I know in my heart there's demons out there.
Yeah. What I just told you, what happened here, that happened a couple nights. That happened a couple nights ago. I forgot to tell you about it.
Well, see, some people believe in Bigfoot, right? I believe in Bigfoot. But if you believe in Bigfoot or skinwalkers or anything like that, then why not believe that there's demons?
Yeah.
I mean, some people are like that, but I know in my heart that there's demons out there.
I hear stuff down here sometimes, but not all the time. But a couple nights ago, somebody was down here with me while I was sleeping, and they kept trying to wake me up. And I don't know who it was, but it was something.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I explained. I mean, yeah, you barely really see 'em, you barely got them, but yeah, the demons are real. I understand that some people don't think so, and I respect that. But in my heart, I know there's demons. I know there
I,
is. If you
I
believe in
seen,
Bigfoot, skinwalkers, Windelows, if you believe in all that, alien, spaceship, then why not believe in demons?
I believe in, like I said, I remember one time I went to Third Avenue Tunnel, and I seen this lady in a white dress, and she had like some kid's head in her hand, and she pointed at me, and her mouth was really big, and she had like a lot of teeth, and she was smiling at me. And then after that, that's when James and Anthony had to walk me out because they can tell that something wasn't right with me. I wasn't acting right. Because I told James and Anthony, I was like, oh man, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. And James was like, are you okay? He was like, what are you feeling? I was like, I feel like somebody is uh like you know how when somebody is like trying to get attached to you, they make you have a hard time breathing.
Yeah,
That's how it was. That's how I was feeling. Like James, I can't breathe. It's make like something's making me not. I can't breathe right. Like I was trying to like breathe and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't like inhale any. I couldn't like exhale or inhale or anything. And that's when James and Rosie and Anthony started getting worse. Like take Angel out. Let's hurry up and leave. Let's take her out of here before she passes out. I mean, it was so bad to where they thought they had to take me to the hospital. That's how bad it was. I wasn't feeling right and I couldn't hardly breathe.
well, it
Tell
sounded
me
like
what's
to me
going
that there
on.
was something there trying to. There was something around you for sure. For
Yeah,
you
it
to
was that.
breathe
It was
like
that.
that.
It was, but it wasn't that lady though, because that lady was in front of me. But there was something else there because I didn't feel right. I started to feel dizzy, and I got to the point where I was grabbing my chest. I couldn't hardly breathe. James and Anthony looked at me and said, "Angel." They kept because I was actually I went up far away from James and Anthony, and I just stood there, and James and Anthony said, "Angel, are you okay?" Angel. They didn't get no word from me at all. And I happened to turn around and I grabbed my chest and I was like gasping for air. And that's when James and Anthony come up to me and said, "We gotta get her out of here because they were like, are you okay?" I was like, "No, James." I'm like, "I'm having a hard time breathing." Somebody was like, "There's something here," because I could feel it. Like it. Like yeah, I just wasn't feeling right. I said, "James, we gotta go. We gotta leave, guys, because I just don't feel right." It was bad.
Well, yeah, when there's a spirit around, if you start to feel like something's wrong, if it's not medical, if you don't have medical problems or anything, then it's probably something that's close there. But um, that's like me. When I'm around spirits, I can feel their energy.
That's what I'm saying.
I can feel.
The thing is though, Mom, before I went inside that tunnel, I was breathing perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with me. I wasn't grabbing my chest or nothing until I got in that tunnel and something was around me. Something was trying to get to me. And then as I started to like leave the tunnel, I was starting to breathe. I was starting to be able to take like inhale, breathe in, breathe out. And Anthony said, "You know what? I think her dad's here." Because after they started walking me out, that's when I started to feel more myself again. And they said they think that
Right.
Dad was there with me. They think Dad was there, and they think Dad fought the spirit or whatever off of me. Because I started to go back to
I mean, don't
myself.
get me wrong. It could have been your dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been him protecting me. Because as I started walking out of that tunnel, and James and Anthony looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." And I grabbed my chest and I went. I started to breathe and able to breathe in and out. And they said, "Oh, thank God you can breathe again." Like, you okay now? I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine now. Now that I'm out of the tunnel."
Okay. So can I ask you guys a question? Do you believe in demons or evil spirits or anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so how do you know if because I met I don't know if you guys know PDX Paranormal, Emmy and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, I
Emmy's
know.
like Emmy's like really into it, right? And
Yeah,
I totally believe this woman, and I've seen stuff myself, but how do you know you're not talking to demons? Like you really don't know, right?
right. You don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that. Some people out there don't. I respect that some people out there don't. Believe in demons or whatnot. I get that, but my experience of what I went through, I. You're right. You don't know.
Because here's the thing, like the thing that I witnessed when I was a kid, I witnessed this
Okay.
thing that was so friggin' real. It was like to this day, like my father's like, no, like you didn't see anything, blah. I'm like, Dad, these things came up to the bed. They came up to the bed and they tried taking Mom. And I remember
Really.
there were these three things, and they were all the same size. They had hoods on them, and they had glowing eyes. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is like one of the most real things that have ever happened to me. And they were not good. I know it for a fact. Like I felt it. It was like really, really. It was just bad. I knew it was bad. But I just feel like
So what
everything
do
that
you
I've
think it
read.
was?
When I at first I thought they were those things from when I was a kid, right? When I saw them, I thought they were those
Uh-huh.
things from Star Wars. Those things that were in the
Oh,
sand, the sand creatures.
yeah.
That's that's what I thought they were. And then as I got older, I thought maybe there were aliens, maybe there, but they were real. It was a bad feeling. It was a really bad feeling. It was like terrifying. There was nothing nice about them, and they didn't ask for permission. So it was, I don't know. It's very dangerous when I hear people talking about this. I believe that there's evil in the world, and if there is, and this evil wants to manipulate you, they're probably gonna make you think that they're maybe your loved ones or whatever. I think it's
Right, right.
yeah. So
So let me ask you this: do you believe in demons, though, or do you not believe in demons?
I I believe in evil. I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen good. I've seen evil, and I don't know what possesses people to do these things, but I believe in evil influence. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I'm
That's
not saying I'm not saying that demons ain't real. I'm not saying it's real. All I know is what I went through. People go through different things.
yeah.
I've seen evil. I've seen good. You know what I mean? I've heard growls. I've actually got scratched. Um, so tell me more about. Have you had any more experience from these people from evil?
Do I know more? I'm sorry, I couldn't really understand what you said.
Tell me more about you, what you went through. Are you a paranormal investigator?
Okay, no, I'm not. But so this is what I've seen in my life. I'm 44 years old, right? 44 years
Okay.
old, and no BS, right? I've seen these three things
Mm-hmm.
by my bed. I've had two encounters with things flying through the air. All right, and I'm not a drug addict. I'm not I'm not like whatever. And I could tell you what I saw was real. I just don't know what it was. But I'm going to tell you this: with those three things that came from my mother, that was 100% evil. It was 100%
Really?
evil. Yeah, it was bad. They were whatever they were.
What
They
happened?
were. I was sick. In my house, I had the house I grew up in. My mother's room, my father's room. Right. I had my It was me and my brother Greg. We shared a room. We had bunk beds. My sister Laura lived in a room down or stayed in a room down the hallway, and my two brothers lived in the basement. And one of us was sick. I think I was sick that night. My mother split us up, put my sister in the room with my brother Greg, and my mother took me into my sister's room, so no one would get sick. And I just remember falling asleep. I remember waking up, and there was these three things, and they were staring at us. My mother was on the outside of the bed. I was laying on the inside toward the wall, and I remember touching the wall because I had a fever, and I remember touching the wall because it was cool. And I looked over, and these things just stayed there, and their eyes were glowing.
Oh,
And I noticed they started coming closer. They grabbed my mother, and the only thing I could do was I grabbed my mom because they were pulling her off the bed, and these things weren't strong because I was a little kid. I was stronger than them.
right.
I remember holding on to my mother. They couldn't move her. My mother wakes up. I told her what happened, and she's like, "No." My dad woke up. It was a big. I made a big stink about it. And I never forgot it. It was one of those things that I've never ever forgot, and it was so real. I could see the fabric that was covering them, and it was like not a burgundy. It was more like an orangish burlap. I don't know, like potato sack.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like, but it was orange.
So this person here said glowing eyes. Do you recall what color eyes? Yellow.
They were green. There were green glowing eyes, and the burlap looked like it was glowing too when it got close. It was really weird.
Okay.
But it was like a glowing orange color with the eyes were green, glowing green.
Yeah, I always knew that was true what she just said. Sleep erotic. What did that say? Sleep erotic is really a demonic attack. Really? Yeah, but see, so you're not a paranormal investigator, but you have experienced paranormal stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen stuff. I've 100%. When it comes to that, because I told this to Emmy, I said, Emmy, I don't know if it was like I don't know if it was like a ghost, like what she thinks is a ghost. These things were evil. These things were 100% evil. And the things that I saw flying through the sky, I'm telling you right now, I have very good vision. I've never wore glasses in my life. It was a Saturday morning in, I believe it was Englewood or Hackensack, New Jersey, because they're right on the border. I was picking up garbage. 9 o'clock in the morning, the sun was out. I was in traffic with other cars. We were at a traffic light, and I saw this black ball. I want to say about maybe 75 yards, maybe 50 yards away, floating through the sky. And it had spikes on it. It had these spikes on it that if I touched it, that's the first thing I noticed. I felt like if I touched it, it would cut me. That's how sharp these spikes were. Like no care in the world, just going like this. I was with a guy picking up garbage. I look over, he's looking at it. Don't know what the hell it is. People in traffic are looking at it. It went toward this building. Went toward the building, like didn't stop, but went around it, and then just kept going. Like it had no care in the world. And to this day, I don't know. By the way, it was blacker than black. It was like, if it's bright outside and something hits black, you can kind of see like the sun reflecting off it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This didn't do that. It was really weird.
Oh, wow. So this person said her father was a pastor and he did exorcism. Really? He really? So your father actually did exorcism on people? But some people don't believe in demons. I know I believe in them, but I know that there's a lot of evil out there too. I mean, but actually, they could pretend like your loved one, and it could be something evil, right?
If I was gonna try to trick you, right, and I knew that you believed in ghosts, like I'd probably, if I was evil, right, I'd probably pretend I was one of your loved ones, and
Right.
maybe try to influence you to think that, hey, listen, there is an afterlife. I mean, so biblically speaking, right, the whole point of the devil or Satan or whatever was to basically discredit everything God was saying. And one
Yeah.
of the things that they talk about in the Bible is death and how the dead know nothing and you are dead to the world until resurrection. And I kind of wonder, like, maybe they don't want you knowing the truth. Maybe they want you to be confused. Um, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's just it's just really scary to think about sometimes because I've definitely seen it and I could see how people would believe that 100%.
So she said, yeah, seems like he has a demonic attack, which normally means he has a greater purpose, stopping him from doing God's will. That was towards you. You were saying that to you.
They were
Or,
saying that to me. And they were saying that, okay, I'll read it. I'll read it. Can you highlight it real quick? Seems
yeah,
like
I
you had
sure can.
a demonic attack, which normally means he has a greater purpose stopping him from doing God's will. I'm going to tell you something right now, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I hated God for a good 30 years. A good 30 years. I hated God. And it never made sense to me, and I thought it was a total sham, and I thought everyone who believed in God was a total, like, just like an idiot. And I've
Right.
changed my mind over the past couple years, probably about a good 7 years now. And uh, I hated the idea of that. I thought it was so dumb. I thought it was really, really
What
dumb.
about what about now? You believe in God now?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I've seen things, so not seen things, but like I witnessed things that make
Right. Oh, he'll be back, guys. He disappeared. But yeah, we don't have to talk about religion, but whether you believe it or not, it's there. I yeah, I agree. I mean, some people don't believe in demons, but I'm sorry. I have respect for that. I respect people's decisions or choices, but I believe in demons, and I know there's evil. I mean, if you believe in angels or anything like that, why not believe in demons? You know what I mean? I mean, I respect other people's choices, though. I respect the fact that some people don't believe in demons. That's their choice. Everybody is entitled um, their own decisions, own choices, opinion. I get that, but I absolutely 100% believe in demons. I do. I mean, if there's anybody else out there that wants to come up with my candle or talk about those paranormal spirits, you're more than welcome to. because that's what I do. I'm a paranormal investigator myself, so and I've experienced a lot of stuff. So if anybody wants, talk about their experience, go right ahead. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I apologize. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I had a friend Dan who was studying, and he goes, just apply it to your life, see what happens. If anything, maybe it's just a way to help people out, you know. And I started applying it to my life, and all of a sudden, like overnight, I was thinking clearly. Um, I had everything in order. I respected people more. I it totally changed my life around. So that showed me that it was real. This way of life was 100% correct. Um, I'm not saying that it's the only version of God's want for you, but I truly do believe it. And the other thing is, I watched a documentary. It was about this. It's about this guy who's supposedly the smartest man in the world, and he talks about how there's multiple universes, and a lot of scientists believe this. A lot of physicists, and he says it like this: if you can think of it, it's real. So all these universes, whatever, there is a creator in one of them, and that creator, whatever your version of it is real. And it just, why would it work? Why would it? If it wasn't real, why does it work? I don't understand.
Right.
And
So she said, understandable, God greatest warrior gets attacks. Normally something dramatic happens that keeps us from believing there's a God. No matter what he plants a seed, and I'm sure he has in your heart.
well, I'll tell you this: you grow up, at least I did. I grew up a Catholic, right? And
Hmm.
and I was lied to off the bat. They told me about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, all this stuff. You're putting a tree in your house, and I get it. It's beautiful. I had the greatest childhood growing up with stuff like that, right? But then when you
Hmm.
apply it to religion as an adult, you're like, what is this crap? This is all phony. This is just something to make you feel better as the year goes on. It's kind of like it breaks up the monotony. It makes you feel special, you know. And I just thought like everyone who believed in it was like believing in like a fairy tale, as an adult. And I kind of dismissed a lot of people because of that. And I wish I didn't. That's why I don't dismiss people who are into paranormal or anything like that. I truly believe that you saw something because I did. I just don't know what you saw. I don't know, like that thing that was in the air. I saw it. I could have touched the freaking thing. Like I could have, whatever. But I just don't know what it was. People will say, "Oh, it's aliens." How do you know that? I don't know that. It could have been. It could have been someone made it. I don't know. It could have been evil.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I
The
mean, I've been in
speculation.
paranormal my whole life. I've been doing investigations. Well, I've been seeing spirits ever since I was a kid. But I
Right.
started doing investigations 2 years ago, and
Okay.
that's what I do. I'm a paranormal investigator. I go out and I film the places, and because I want to learn more about the unknown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to know the truth, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so do
Right.
I. But like, it just seems like, for instance, with aliens, right? They came out recently. They said, "Hey, listen, we don't know." The government's come out that with these things are up there. We just don't know what they are. Now you're believing the government, who's been lying to you this whole time, and they're trying to get you to believe in it. I don't believe it. I believe, right, that these things, maybe it's the government. They don't want you to know what it is. I don't know. People are very dangerous. They're very treacherous, and there a lot of people lie. they straight up lie, all right, just to get you off their back. So I don't know.
See life as a game. We choose either good or bad. We all have a purpose, and it's up to you in the end. Free will is free will. It's stop cancer and the innocent dies, but doesn't mean he's not there.
Biblically speaking, God stepped away, and there used to be this interaction, right? God steps away
Hmm.
from man and sends his son, as a representative, and then you're really not gonna be with God until after the resurrection, according to the Bible. But here's the thing, all right? I kind of believe that. What if it's a witness? What if it's a witness to this great accusation that was made at the beginning of time, where Satan comes and says, "Listen, God's lying to you. God doesn't want the best for you. God doesn't want to." And now God is letting this play out so that there will be no doubt for eternity that what happened there was just slander. It was slander. It was jealousy. It was everything, and you'll go on for eternity knowing that it's the truth. I believe it's a witness. It's a witness to knowing that, hey, listen, this is how bad things can be. I mean, I don't know how many people you've witnessed pass away in your life, people that you really love. I
I,
don't think we want that. I don't want that. I've never felt good about it. You know.
Life comes to an end, but eternity is forever. Do you want to take that risk? I wouldn't.
Well, here's the other thing that I recently learned a couple years ago when I was doing studies. According to the Bible, you will be a slave for eternity. I don't know if many people want to do that. It says you will be slave to God for eternity. I don't know. Maybe some people would want to opt out for eternity and not have responsibility or want to be productive. I don't know. I do. I want to experience a perfect universe with all of you. That would be great. That'd be fun as hell. You know.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I believe that people saw something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if this thing is a real animal or a person dressed up in a suit. I've never seen it, but I believe people saw something. Yeah.
Right. Well, I never saw Bigfoot, but I do believe in Bigfoot. Um, there's a lot of things I believe in. And this one here, she said, can you read that?
Aliens are fallen angels. Book of yeah. Well, that's another thing, right? So to think that there's nothing in the universe not besides us is ridiculous if you're a Christian. But as a Christian, God separates you from these things on purpose, and He will separate you for at least until the resurrection. And yeah, I do believe that there were other entities that came. Satan was one of them. Satan was an entity that was cast out of heaven. You know, Satan wasn't from this world. You know, so as a Christian, yeah, you believe in stuff like that. I mean, if you believe in Christianity, you're going to believe that there are other forms of intelligence out there. There has to be. I'm just saying, I don't think
Right?
that black ball that I saw was an alien. I really don't. But I don't know how the hell that thing was flying around. I don't know why it dodged that building, and it had a purpose, but it didn't care about anything. It was weird. It wasn't in a rush. It's just this weird feeling that I got from it. And the
Really?
other thing, that was really weird about it, right? This is when I think I still had a flip phone back then, but you were able to record video. The battery on my phone died. I went to go record it, and the battery on my phone died. Swear to
Oh,
God.
well, yeah, they do that. Yeah.
I was like, no one's gonna believe this. Nobody.
Oh, no, I believe it because the spirit can mess with your electronics.
Whatever it did, my battery was dead. I had to try to recharge it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that the spirits like to do is mess with people's equipment and electronic stuff.
I believe it. I was in
Like, go ahead.
no when Emmy went to when we were in Winsted, Connecticut, we went to that graveyard and she showed me what she had. Like, these things were like coming through, like trying to tell us a story. You know, but again, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know what I'm talking to. I don't know, anything like that. And
Right,
it's kind of like the internet. You don't know who the hell you're talking to. Could be a robot. You don't know.
right. So you're a fan of Emmy?
I'm sorry.
You're a fan of Emmy?
Yeah, I've met Emmy. Emmy is a very good friend of mine. I can say that I've met her. And I spent a good couple days with her. So, yeah,
Yeah, Emmy's a good person. I love Emmy too.
yeah. She was Emmy gets a lot of shit. Emmy gets dragged a lot, and I've never seen her even in private. I've never seen her get nasty or mean or anything like that. She's always kind of smiling and happy. So,
Read that too.
how do you think the pyramids were created? They're everywhere from Mexico to. I truly believe that at one time there was an intervention with human beings, and something happened. In the Bible, it talks about Gabriel. Gabriel comes down and gives this word to these human beings and tells them what to do. The Jews throughout the book of the Old Testament, it's all interactions with not God but angels. So that's. What do you say about that? I don't know. I think that there's written history, and I think something happened. It's just that we can't explain it.
I mean, a lot of people experience different things. A lot of people don't believe in paranormal or Bigfoot, and I respect that. You know what I mean? But one day you're gonna see it yourself.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I've definitely seen something. When people are so sure that it's their loved one coming back and talking to them, where I don't know that. I really, I think it's kind of dangerous. My mother passed away in February, and
Uh huh.
my aunt swore that my mother came to her, and I think I'm not doubting my aunt. It's just that I doubt that it was my mother. You know.
Well, you really can't believe it's actually is your loved one. It could be somebody evil to pretending to be them. Like I've always said, when there's a little kid spirit comes to you, how do you know that's really a little kid? That could be evil.
You don't know, and that's what's scary. I believe every single one of you. I believe that people have seen things that I have. I can't call you a lunatic because I've seen things. I just don't know what they are, and if it's evil, are you willing to take that risk? I don't know, and bringing something like that into your life and maybe sidetracking you. So a lot of the guys that I study with, or I did study with, would say this. They would say they believe that people see things, but they don't know what they're seeing. So, for instance, God wants you to know about Him, and the moment that you get sidetracked is the moment that your life is not devoted to understanding or learning. You start learning about things that might not even exist, and it's I don't know. They think it's like, it's detrimental to your understanding of maybe the truth. So
Right.
you do whatever you want in life. I truly support you doing whatever you want, but I just don't know if people are thinking like that. If there's possibility that, hey guys, listen, those things might be fucking evil. they might really hate you and trying to pretend they're your friends and they're your loved ones, stuff like that.
Well, she said sometimes God let people who pass say their goodbyes. But people who do ghost hunt need to be spiritually prepared that some doors you open can't be shut. Zach, what do you think about that?
Well, I, I according to the Bible, right? If you're a Christian, there are accounts of resurrection and death. There are also accounts of these interactions, right, with other entities. Again, look up how many times Gabriel was active with human beings. There were also these things called transfigurations in the Bible. They speak a lot about this stuff, and people have been talking about this stuff for a very, very long time, right? This isn't like some new
Right?
concept that human beings are seeing things. That's not the case. Human beings have been seeing things for 6,000, 7,000 years written, So, it's just that in the Bible, Jesus' friend Lazarus dies, right? Jesus loved this guy. He
Yeah.
cried when he found out he died, right? He goes there, he resurrects the guy. The guy never talked about seeing God, never talked about the other side or anything like that. And to be honest with you, someone like Lazarus living in a time like that, I would be pretty pissed off if my best friend brought me back. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? if you went to
Right?
if you went to the other side, right, and you had no more
Yeah.
pain, you had no more misery, everything was great, and this guy brings you back, I'd punch him right in the face. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but again, this is what I've read, and when you're dead, you're
So
dead to
how
the
did
world.
right? So how did you hear about me?
You came up on my feed. It suggested you.
Yeah, I know Emmy, I know J Max, I know a lot of people. Emmy was one of my good friends. I love that woman to death.
Yeah, Emmy was.
I've known
Happy.
Emmy for 3 years, so she said
Yeah,
she agreed with you, sweetheart. She said I agree, Noodles. She agrees.
yeah. I see you over at Emmy's. I just again I don't discredit anyone when they talk about this stuff. I really don't. I don't want to come across that way. It's just man, I wish you don't have to prove anything to me because I've seen it, right? But
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know if we're hurting ourselves by claiming that we know exactly what it is.
Well,
Maybe hurting others.
unfortunately, I'm a full believer when it comes to paranormal. My goal is to find out the truth. You know what I mean? Just try to help them. I'm not trying to disrespect them or anything. because I don't believe in disrespecting spirits like some people do out there. But my
Oh,
goal is to learn.
you know that I did that, right? I tried to antagonize them. So Emmy was out in Winstead, and she had her whole setup, going, and I tried to antagonize them. I said the worst things possible to them, um, and nothing happened. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you mean by disrespect, but um, I don't believe in my heart of hearts that I'm disrespecting anyone who's dead. I feel like I'm maybe showing disrespect to something that is truly evil, and I just didn't get that, which was weird. I thought I would at least get some kind of response. I didn't get anything. So,
Right? Yeah, I'm glad you came up here because a lot of people, and actually, for you to actually come up here and say, say that one time you didn't believe in God or like God, but now you do, that's actually cool.
yeah, no, it's a true story, and I don't discredit any. Like, here's the thing. So when people tell me I don't believe in God, like I get it.
Right?
When people tell me that they're addicted to drugs, I get it. I
Right?
totally understand. I don't discredit people because they have these experiences, and once you start doing that in life, you do yourself a humongous disservice because there's all
Right?
these people out there that have these this knowledge that you don't have because you don't live in you're not walking in their shoes.
Right?
But I've been there. I've seen it, and it makes total sense to me. You don't believe in God? It makes total sense to me. You want to know why? Because I didn't believe in him either, and I hated God. You're a drug addict, not you, but I'm saying like if someone out there's a drug addict, I get it. I
Right?
don't. I don't want to be living in this world sober either. Sometimes you need a
Right?
break. Sometimes there's people out there that need more more breaks than me. So they do it every day, and it ruins their lives, and that's what it sucks. I don't know. I don't think you're any less of a person because you live this way or you think this way or anything like that. That's all I'm saying.
And I agree. See, I don't judge anybody. Even if you don't believe in God, that's their choice. You know what I mean? That's not ours. But we don't have the right to judge people either. You know what I mean?
Well, when it comes to judging, right, like I don't know what people mean by that. So when people say judge, um, like if someone's walking around completely naked with a sock over their genitals, right? You know what I mean? Like I think it's pretty safe to judge them and say, hey, listen, they're not. Maybe they're not sane or something. Maybe something's wrong.
Right?
But when it comes to someone being a drug addict, a paranormal investigator, someone who might just do YouTube or whatever, I'm not going to judge them. I, I, I get it. They're not special people. They're not different people. Like you're no different from anyone else. You got the same
Right?
wants, you know,
Right?
and you got the same. You want everyone wants to know the truth. Everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to be have prosperity in life, and sometimes we just do it differently. Like I smoke cigarettes. I don't know if you smoke cigarettes, right? You
Right?
know that cigarettes are bad for you.
Yeah, I don't smoke cigarettes.
Well, I do. I do. I know they're bad for me. And if you told me, hey Dave, why do you smoke cigarettes? I don't know, because it's boring without them. It's life kind of sucks without them. You know, that's just the truth. I wish I didn't. I wish
I
I was
do.
as strong as
I smoke vape. That's what Patty does. Vape.
Do you smoke marijuana?
Hell no.
Okay.
Not me.
Do you drink alcohol?
I used to, but I quit a long time ago.
When you drank, did you drink to hurt yourself or to feel better?
No, I drank because it made me feel better because I was under a lot of stress.
Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not smoking to hurt myself. I'm smoking to feel better. And I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds stupid, but like, I it does. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I can take on the day if I have my cigarettes. And it's killing me. It's so stupid, but it's killing me. But that's how I think. And I never got on a drug addict's case or anyone who depends on any kind of drug. It's just sad that we have to do that. I don't know. I wish I was as strong as you. You know what I mean?
For you, but if you stop, no, that's not a good way to do it. But if you're doing it because you're stressed out and it makes you feel good, that's okay. But then again, in the same breath, it's not okay. It's bad for your health.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing to myself, and it's a sin. So like, you can have knowledge, right? So you know that smoking's bad. I know it's bad, but I do it.
Right.
That's a sin. You know, that's something that I have to work on, and I'm telling you why I do it. Being completely honest with you, I feel like if I have my pack of cigarettes, I can take on the day. I can go another day. You know,
Right. Well, to be
so it
honest with you, I
compensates.
was smoking about 5 months ago. I was smoking cigarettes, but then I went
Yeah,
down and lived with my sister, Lady Jack Paranormal. I don't know if you've heard of Lady Jack Paranormal.
no,
Well, anyway, she's Emmy's friend too. Lady Jack Paranormal is the one that got me to quit smoking and got me into vape. Lady Jack Paranormal actually helped me out a lot when it comes to my health wise. She got my health wise good. And by the way, Lady Jack, I just want to say I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being there for me and like you have all these years. And another thing I want to say, Lady Jack, is that I love you and I hope you're watching this and that I always will. And girl, we've known each other 14 years. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how bad it gets or how bad it doesn't get. Either way, you're still going to be a part of my life. And I apologize for everything. And I just want to say I love you.
what did
But
you do
yeah,
to me,
Lady
Jack?
Jack and Lady Jack did a lot. She did a lot to help me.
Yeah,
And I also want to say, Emmy, I know you probably hear this too. I just want to say, Emmy, I've known you for 2 years, and no matter what happened, I will always love you too, and you're always going to be my friend. I just wanted to say that you always be a part of my life too.
yeah. There's never been a time where I've contacted Emmy and she's like, "What the fuck do you want?" You know what I, I never got that from Emmy. There's certain people I have, but not Emmy. Never
Now,
genuinely.
Emmy is a good person. I've known her for 3 years, and Emmy's never done anything wrong to me. She's never, what I mean, downgraded me or anything. Here for the past couple of days, a lot of things been happening when it shouldn't have been. But Emmy, I'll always love you, girl. You know, you'll always be a part of my life. Just wanted to tell you that. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but Paranormal Scope. You ever heard of him?
No, so like the only people that I really know about is Emmy. There's a couple of people that hang out with Emmy. I don't know if they're fans of
Right.
me or I don't really know if they like me, but they're friends of Emmy, and that's how I know them. You know, um,
So you met Emmy. You met
have I met Emmy? Is that what
You
you
met
asked?
Emmy, right? You met her face to face, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, that's good because I always wanted to meet her. There'll be a time when I meet her face.
yeah. She was out here a couple months ago. I went out to Boston. I picked her up. Um, and basically we went to Connecticut, Philadelphia, Atlantic City. Went to Manhattan. Um, we had a good time. She's just a good person.
She
You
said
know.
she goes to Emmy and that's where she recognized you at.
Yeah, yeah. I go. Yeah, that's where I was just there. I was on panel telling Magdo off. I don't know if you saw that friggin'
Nah.
that piece of garbage. Uh,
Yeah, Emmy's a good person. No matter how bad we fight or if we don't fight, I always love the girl. You know what I mean? Emmy was a very good friend of mine. Her and J Max both. I've known him a long time.
yeah.
Just never met him
And
yet, but I like to.
where are you from? What state are you in?
Well, I was in Arizona. I was living in Arizona for 8 months, but now I'm back home in Ohio.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, I'm from
How do you
Ohio.
like? I was just thinking about this because I was thinking about traveling to states that I haven't been to. Ohio is one of them. Like, there's nothing in Ohio that I want to go. What the hell am I going to do in Ohio?
Honestly, not where I'm at. I'm in Columbus, but there is a lot of stuff in Ohio you can do.
Really? Just never
Yeah.
hear about it. I never heard anyone being like, "Yeah, let's go to Ohio. Let's have a great time in Ohio." The same thing in Jersey. There's nothing to do here in Jersey, but I
Really?
mean, yeah, I mean, if you go to if you go like you go to Manhattan, but there's really nothing here. I mean, this is a place to live. It's not really a place to visit. I mean, if you go down the shore, excuse me, you can do that anywhere. I don't know.
Right. Well, I was in Texas not too long ago, sweetheart. I caught the bus home from Arizona, that Greyhound bus, and we was in Texas. Oh my God, it was so hot out there.
I had a friend move out to Arizona.
Oh shit, babe, it's hot out there.
She 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 ended up getting pancreatic cancer, and
Oh, sorry to hear
yeah,
that.
she was like, my mother's out there. She's like, I'm gonna go live out there for the rest of the time that I have. So she moved out there with her mother. I would talk to her every once in a while, and she would tell me, she goes, Dave, it gets so hot out here. She had this small little dog, and she's like, there's days I can't even walk the dog because the sidewalks get so hot. She goes, there's they put these foam things over the handles of these doors so you don't burn your hands on the doors.
Guys, I
So
found out on my floor. What is that? What does that mean? What that mean? I found a feather on my floor.
what do you got? Birds in the house?
I know. Oh, I'm in a hotel. I was on the floor.
It's probably a bird in the house.
What in the world? That's strange. But yeah, I was in Arizona for about 7 months, and oh man, it's hot out there. It was like in the hundreds out there, man. Woo!
Yeah, yeah, that's what she was telling me. She goes, everyone has tile floors. It's she goes, it's a lot different. She was from Jersey, so but
Well, Arizona is different. It's so different out there. I mean, the weather's different. I mean, it's different for sure. It's beautiful out there, though.
yeah, yeah. But that's one place I was out in Nevada, or actually I was out in Vegas, so I know it's completely different from everything else. But I was out in
Right?
Vegas. Um, I was out there for maybe a week, and believe it or not, I really didn't do anything.
Right?
It was kind of like a waste of time. The only place I've ever been to where I was like, wow, I got to go back there was Tennessee. Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, Fayetteville, wherever the hell that is over there. I would go there every year, and every year I went back there, I had fun every time. And
Yeah, I went to Nashville, Tennessee. It's beautiful out there too.
yeah, it was really it's like that's what's so awesome about America. You can go to all these different states, and it's like you're in a different country. It was pretty cool. But I definitely don't suggest New Jersey.
Right?
And
But
can't
yeah, I
imagine
mean, I
Ohio.
travel too. Oh man, let me tell you something. I was born and raised in Ohio, and I'm not saying that I hate Ohio, but Ohio is just sucks. I mean, to me, it sucks. But there's a lot of things you can do in Ohio, but in Columbus, where I'm at, not so much. But all through Ohio, like Kentucky, Tennessee, New York, all that, yeah, it's pretty good.
Well,
Yeah, I went
it's
everywhere to
weird.
film.
It's weird because like I don't know how big Ohio is. It's probably pretty big. Like when you start like moving around in this area, you can
Yeah,
go from you can go down Jersey. You can drive through within a matter of like 3 hours, 2 hours. You go out to Pennsylvania, you could be out there in an hour and a half. You go to upstate New York in an hour and a half. You could be out in Manhattan in an hour and a half. Everything's like an hour and a half away, and it changes dramatically. Like that's the only cool thing about this area. If I was gonna,
right.
because you got the mountains, you got the beach, you got the city, and it's all about an hour and a half away from each other, which is kind of pretty cool.
Well, I like to. I travel too. I travel from state to state, and I go film at haunted locations. Like I've been to Bobby Maxie's. I've been to a haunted jail. I've been to a haunted prison, a haunted bar, um, a haunted infirmary, sanatorium, seminary. I've been to all kinds of places.
Yeah. Are you married or anything like that?
Oh no, 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 sweetheart, not me.
Did
Not Patty.
did you ever come close?
I was actually married for 13 years at one time, but it didn't work out, so we got divorced.
Yeah. 13 years is a long time.
Yeah, he was mentally abusing me and physically abusing me, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore.
Yeah, I can't imagine how many times someone could do
Honestly,
it for you.
I just had a boyfriend. Yes, until yesterday. Me and him split up because I got enough on my plate to deal with a man, thinking he's better or, they're causing me problems. I don't got time for that.
I just broke up with my girlfriend too. And it's like,
Oh, so
yeah, it is what it is, and it's just so I'm 44 now, right? And every single time it happens, I'm just like, that. All right, I'm not surprised anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I just stopped trying. I really did stop trying. It's
well, yesterday I turned 49. Yesterday was 49. I'm old.
How does that feel? How does that feel? Because I'm almost 45, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, it happens. I don't know. I wish I felt like I did when I was in my 20s. That would be great. You're like Superman, you could do whatever the hell you wanted. But now my back hurts.
Well, being 49 is kind of hard. It's kind of hard on my body because now that I'm older, my body is hurting me like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm almost 50. I'm getting old.
Well, listen. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. It was good meeting you, and it was good talk. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, I'll see you later. Have a great day.
You too. All right, guys. So, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. I got something I got to do real quick, but I'll be back on tonight. Thanks for coming in, everyone, and I love you.